guys? Welcome back to Front Office Football 8 as the Las Vegas Raiders. It's week 9. We are 1-6. We are really bad. And I think what I wanted to do was see if there was some way that we could open up the playbook a little bit. That was one of the things I talked about at the end of the last episode. Offensively, we're just not moving the ball. So let's see if we can open up the playbook here a little bit. So I'm not sure exactly how this works. I don't know if there's some way that we can just put in some further downfield throws. Henry Ruggs, who's supposed to be our deep threat guy, is averaging like 6 yards a catch or something ridiculous like that. So, what does that mean? So these are all the plays that we have to choose from. Yeah, I guess this shows you the different plays. Does that count? Is that the number of times the play is in use? Is that what that is? So is there anything we're not... Yeah, I mean, we got a ton of passes that aren't being used. But I don't know. Like, I love a good deep out. I mean, it's a hard pass to throw, and I don't know that Derek Carr is capable of doing it. But, I mean, can you just add it to 59 offensive plays? Game plan details. All right, so what do we have here? This is when we go for it on 4th down. Field goal range, hurry up offense. Okay, so this doesn't... I mean, I really would like a... Yeah, I mean, we run the Air Coryell system, but Smash Mouth, Balanced, West Coast Air. I mean, I would hope that every one of these plays would be in our playbook. Let's go back to personnel. Renfro and Ruggs. So when we're running with a 2 wide receiver set, we've got Renfro. No, I want it to be Renfro and Ruggs. Yeah, so when we're running a 2 wide receiver set, I want Renfro and Ruggs out there, not anybody else. Renfro and Ruggs. Oh, that's why, because Ruggs is listed as a flanker, so he's playing behind Renfro. Well, I don't want that. In fact, can we just make him... You have the same player starting at more than one position with a 2-0-3. Oh, I got Ruggs in there twice. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's look at... That's not where I wanted to go. Let's close that window. I want to go here, right? Yeah. So let's... Can I make him a split end? Yeah. Player will have roughly the same experience. Yeah, okay. Without any change. That's what I want. I want Ruggs as my split end. I need him out there pretty regularly. So let's see how that works. My goal is to sim through the rest of the regular season and then do the offseason. I don't really remember what the offseason entails or how long it's going to take, but we will see what happens. So let's sim through this week. We're taking on the that's actually the Chargers in California. Let's see what happens. Oops. Simulate week, and we win. Cool. So we won 19-16. Let's take a look at the box score. We get a Kyle Duggar. There we go. Kyle Duggar with the 47-yard interception return and a bunch of field goals. So, again, no real offense to speak of. We got 4 Daniel Carlson field goals, including 1 in overtime. 113 rushing yards, 211 passing. Jacobs, 17 carries, 93 yards. Carr, 24, 43, 229. There, and that's what I like to see. Henry Ruggs, 8 for 101. So the changes we made, I don't, making Ruggs the split end and getting him out there more, that helps. Renfrow had 3 catches for 7 yards, but Ruggs and Waller were our 2 big targets, so that's nice. Good game out of Josh Jacobs. Kyle Duggar with the pick 6. Love to see that. Raekwon McMillan had another nice game. We got a sack from Dayton Jones. Carr is still getting knocked on his ass. 3 sacks, 10 hurries, 8 knockdowns. So we really are going to need to do something about our offensive line come the offseason, but that is the offseason. So let's go to, what do we got this week? So we are going up against the Denver Broncos at home, and we lose that one. We lose 33-12, so that's going to be 4 more field goals, right? Carlson field goal, yep, 4 more Carlson field goals. We had 2 pick sixes by Bryce Callahan, so Derek Carr not getting it done. Another decent running game. Oh, not really. 29 carries, 99 yards isn't great. 20 for 59 for Jacobs. Carr was really bad through 3 picks. Again, though, the average yards per catch for Henry Ruggs, he had 53 yak. So get the ball to Henry Ruggs in open space. That's a good thing. So we had a pick from Nicholas Morrow. Raekwon McMillan, 5 tackles. Cool. Again, no sacks. They had 2 sacks, 2 hurries, 2 knockdowns. So, offense, we're sticking with what, the plan is just to get through this season, and then it's offensive line and quarterback is our target for the offseason. So let's see what happens here against the Chiefs at home. It's another loss. We get blown out. We put up 6. 34-6 is the final score. Henry Ruggs with his first touchdown catch of the year. We were winning 6-3 at halftime. Another pick 6 for Bashad Breeland. Mahomes threw a couple touchdown passes. And Carr threw 4 interceptions. He is terrible. Guys, hang on just a second. Okay, we're back. It is week 12 now. And we'll pause and we'll take a look at the team stats after we get through our 11th game, our 12th week of the season, our 11th game against the Atlanta Falcons. 6-4 Falcons. We're 7-point underdogs. Let's see how this one goes. We lose again. 32-21. Well, we scored 21 points. 6-yard run by Hunter Renfrow. Renfrow also caught a touchdown pass. Carlson with a couple of field goals. Another pick 6. They had 2 defensive touchdowns in the first quarter. Not good. We ran the ball 17 times for 61 yards. 3 more picks from Derek Carr. He's not having a good season at all. Jacobs, 13 carries, 39 yards. Renfrow, 4 for 70 and a tutty. Ruggs, 4 for 46. Waller, 3 for 53. Let's see. Anything good happen? Not really. We had 1 sack from Joe McNeil. They had 6 sacks, 7 hurries, and 7 knockdowns. So Derek Carr continues to get knocked around here. Yeah, not good. Not good at all, but at least we scored a couple of touchdowns. And I guess let's just pause and we'll look at the team stats, even though it's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly. Individual stats. Raiders, one team, all players. All right. So Carr, 58% completion. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. I don't know. There's something about that that's not realistic to me, but we'll see how it plays out here over the next couple of seasons. Rushing, Jacobs, 3.5 yards a carry. He's got 3 touchdowns. Theo Riddick and Derek Carr both averaging over 5 yards a carry. Waller leads the team in receptions, 46 for 524. Renfro, 42 for 482. And Ruggs has got his yards per catch up to 8.8, so he's increasing that. He's got a long of 43. Defensively, Raekwon McMillan leads the team in tackles. Clellan Ferrell, who leads us in sacks with 4. Joe McNeil has 2. Max Crosby a sack and a half. Where is my boy Kyle Duggar? 28 tackles. Pass coverage, he's got 2 picks. Yeah, we're just generally not a good team. We've only got 5 pancake blocks the entire season. Sacks allowed. Colton Miller has allowed 18 sacks on the season. As our left tackle, he is terrible. So we're going to have to figure that out. I'm hoping that those stats are just a function of just an absolutely atrocious offensive line. So here's the battle for the number 1 pick as we travel to New York to take on the Jets, the 2-9 Raiders against the 1-10 Jets. And we win. So it doesn't look like we're going to end up with the top pick in the draft. We are now 3-9. We win 26-9. Corey Littleton, a 99-yard pick 6. We had a 4-yard run from Josh Jacobs and a 65-yard bomb from Ruggs to Ruggs from Carr. 2 more interceptions for Derek Carr, though. We didn't run the ball very well. This was just an ugly game. We had 32 carries for 89 yards. They had 23 for 64. This was just an ugly game. 66 yards rushing for Josh Jacobs. Again, Carr, 12 of 21, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Rugg had 108 yards receiving. Littleton and McMillan each with picks. 2 forced fumbles, Damon Arnett and Max Crosby. Defensively, LaMarcus Joyner and Kwiatkowski each had 6 tackles. 3 sacks for Dayton Jones. Very nice. They had 2 sacks. Still got to Carr a little bit, but we had 3 sacks. A ton of hurries. 11 hurries, 3 knockdowns. So, good game for us. We finally win one. And if we look at the standings now, through, week 13? Yeah, we're through week 13. We are 3-9, so it looks like the Jets are going to end up with the top pick in the draft. The Bears are 2-10. And then you got Washington, Cincinnati, and us at 3-9. So somewhere between 3 and 5 is where we're looking to pick. We're taking on the 11-1 Colts here in week 14. And we lose, but we put up 21. We gave up 47. We were down 20-3 or 20-6 at halftime. We got another pick 6 here for Nevin Lawson. Marcus Mariota came in and looks like played the second half. He was 4 of 11 with a touchdown. At least Carr didn't throw an interception in this one. Jacobs averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Zay Jones 3 for 42. Renfro 3 for 76. Ruggs caught 2 passes for -5 yards. Not good. They had 1 interception. Who was it? Oh, it was Mariota. 4 for 11, a touchdown and an interception. Again, with the Derek Carr on his backside, 2 sacks, 12 hurries, and 11 knockdowns. Look at that game from Justin Houston. 1 sack, 5 hurries, and 7 knockdowns. That is crazy. And I think we're in pretty good shape defensively. But man, our offensive line and our quarterback situation is just atrocious. All right, let's move on. Taking on the Chargers again. And we lose again. This time 31-23. Renfro and Ruggs each caught touchdown passes. They had another pick six. So many pick sixes. I don't know. It feels unrealistic, the number of pick sixes we're throwing in a given season. But, I don't know. We did get a couple of touchdown passes, though. One to Renfro, one to Ruggs. Ran for over 100 yards, which is nice. We were tied at 17 and a half at half, and then lost in the second half. Jacobs 14 for 78. Carr 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ruggs 7 for 62. Renfro 5 for 87. Forced a couple of fumbles. McMillan with 11 tackles. Pass rush stats. Did a better job of protecting him. He still got sacked twice, but did a decent job of protecting him against the Chargers this week. Let's get on to Week 16, where we're going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins. And we win. So we are 4-11. We put up 31 points against the Dolphins. Jacobs catches a touchdown pass. Herb McDowell catches 2 touchdown passes. And Henry Ruggs catches a touchdown pass. So 23 of 30, 230 yards, and 4 touchdowns from Derek Carr in this one. And I have no idea who Herb McDowell is. We're going to have to take a look. But he caught 2 touchdown passes in this game. Best game of the year by far, obviously, for Derek Carr. 23 of 30, 100 yards rushing for Josh Jacobs. This is probably our most complete game of the year. We we didn't. Kyle Van Noy had 3 sacks, so we got sacked 5 times. We didn't keep Derek Carr clean in this one, but still managed to pick up the victory. We had 4 sacks of our own. Joe McNeil had a sack and a half. Crosby with 1. Hurst, Farrell, and Payne-Hall each with half sacks. Cool. So we are 4-11. Let's take a look at the standings again. Where are the standings? Right here. All right, so we're 4-11. The Jets are 2-13, worst record in the league. The Bears are 3-12, and then you've got Washington, Cincinnati, and us at 4-11. So right now, again, we are sitting. I don't know what it bases it off of, but we're sitting 3rd, 4th, or 5th. So let's see, final week of the season against the Denver Broncos, and we lose 20-17. So we finish our season 4-12. We get 2 more touchdown passes in this one. Renfro and Ruggs each catch touchdown passes. A second straight pickless game by Derek Carr. That's what you like to see as he finishes up the season strong. He's still terrible, but he finishes up the season strong. Jacobs, 15 carries, 64 yards. Renfro, 6 for 70. McDowell, 4 for 60. We had 1 pick, Damon Arnett. Carr did fumble twice. Defensively, McMillan, 12 tackles and a sack. Huge game for Raekwon McMillan. Again, Derek Carr knocked all over the place, sacked 7 times by the Broncos. All right, well, we've got some stuff to build on. So let's look at our team stats for the end of the season, and then we'll get on to where am I going here? Is it individual? Yeah. All right. So quarterbacks. Not all positions. Quarterbacks, qualifiers. What am I doing here? Why is it not showing up? Passing. All players. So Derek Carr finished this season 305 for 511. Throws for 3,100 yards and picked it up. He had 5 touchdowns and 15 interceptions the last time we looked. So finishes the season 14 touchdowns, 19 picks, 71 rating. Marcus Mariota, limited playing time, was bad. Both of our quarterbacks were bad. So we will have a different signal caller leading the charge for the Raiders next season. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All positions. Rushing, Josh Jacobs comes up just shy of 1,000 yards, 258 carries, 977 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Theo Riddick had 42, averaged 5 yards a carry as a backup. So we leaned heavily on Josh Jacobs, as to be expected. Hunter Renfrow led us 65 catches, 830 yards, 4 touchdowns. Darren Waller with another nice season, 57 for 613. Henry Ruggs picked it up once we stuck him into the starting lineup. 51 catches, 5 touchdowns. So very solid top 3 there in Renfrow, Waller, and Ruggs. Herb McDowell, 9 catches, 114 yards, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Looks like he's got some potential to grow here, so that's nice. Looks like he's not going to be a big play guy. Looks like he's more of an intermediate style guy. Move the chains type of receiver, but that's fine. Returns, anything any good here? Hunter Renfrow averaged 11 yards a punt return. Kick returns were okay, about 24 yards a return. Daniel Carlson, very good this year, 28 of 31. Missed a couple of extra points, but was very good kicking some field goals for us. A.J. Cole punted 104 times. Defensively, Raekwon McMillan was our best defensive player. 114 tackles, 3 sacks on the year. We've got some talent here. McMillan, Kyle Duggar. We've got some Clelin Ferrell's another good one. He led us in sacks with 4.5. Dayton Jones is 30. His contract is up. Well, he's not making any money. His contract is up at the end of this year. Dayton Jones is, he's the one I just looked at. Clelin Ferrell is the young guy, right? Yeah, he's 23. His contract runs for another couple of years. He's going to be our starting right end moving forward. We're going to have to sign McMillan. His contract expires. He was really, really good for us. I got to bring him back. So we've got some solid young players. I'm excited about Kyle Duggar. I don't know that next year he'll be a linebacker. I am contemplating if I make him a strong safety. Yeah, I think I want to make him a strong safety in the offseason. Because that's his actual position. So we will do that in the offseason. Pass coverage. Arnett led us in picks. He's a rookie. That's nice to see, a rookie leading us in picks with 4. McMillan had 2. Duggar had 2. Lawson and Littleton. This is just terrible. Colton Miller allowed 20 sacks. Kendrick Bloomer, who was the one we signed in the in spring training, or in the, I guess, before the season started in the preseason, he gave up a ton of sacks, but he's still got room to grow. Gabe Jackson gave up a ton of sacks. He's making a lot of money. We'll probably cut him. We are going to gut this team starting next season, and we're going to build this from the ground up, from our own vision. So that's where we stand. Let's take a look at the individual statistics for all teams. Passing is what I wanted to do. All right, so Tom Brady threw for 4,100 yards, only threw for 19 touchdowns. Carson Wentz threw for 4,000 yards. Ryan Tannehill threw for 4,000 yards. Touchdown passes. Patrick Mahomes threw 30 touchdowns against 8 picks. Interceptions, Nick Foles, Joe Flacco, Joe Burrow, and Derek Carr. Quarterback rating has got a bunch of players who didn't play. Dak Prescott only played 6 games. Did he get hurt? Can I look? Yeah, he's on the injured reserve. Carson Wentz had the highest passer rating of any player who played a significant amount of games. Rushing, James White led the NFL in rushing with 1,300 yards for the Patriots. Devonta Freeman, is that the Giants? Yeah. Devonta Freeman ran for 1,300 yards for the Giants. James Conner for Pittsburgh. Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler. Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell for Kansas City ran for 1,000 yards. Rushing touchdowns, Miles Sanders had 12. Receiving, Randall Cobb at 133 receptions for Houston. A.J. Brown, Adam Thielen, Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy. And Cobb led in yards as well, almost 1,500 receiving yards. And he led in touchdowns with 11. Cool. All right. Well, this sim was never about season number 1, so let's sim through the playoffs. So we have Minnesota beating Dallas in the wild card. The Rams beat San Francisco. Buffalo beats the Patriots, and Baltimore beats Tennessee. So now we got Baltimore at Indy, Buffalo at Kansas City, the Rams at Philadelphia, and Minnesota at Atlanta. Baltimore defeats Indianapolis. Wow, 14-2 Indianapolis Colts lose to the Ravens 37-21. Kansas City defeats Buffalo. Philadelphia hammers the Rams, and Atlanta beats Minnesota. So your NFC Championship game is the Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles, and in the AFC, the Ravens at the Chiefs. So the Super Bowl is going to be Philadelphia and Kansas City as Atlanta gets smoked by Philadelphia. Both games were blowouts. Philadelphia 45-14. Carson Wentz 3 touchdown passes, 151 yards and 2 touchdowns for Miles Sanders. And in the AFC, the Chiefs beat the Ravens 34-6. Patrick Mahomes throws 4 touchdown passes. Damian Wilson has a pick 6. 24 of 34, 274 yards, 4 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes. And the Super Bowl goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. They defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 34-30 as the Chiefs were looking for back-to-back championships. They don't get it. Looks like a good game. Mahomes threw 2 touchdown passes. 62-yard run for Le'Veon Bell. Carson Wentz throws a couple of touchdowns. Both quarterbacks, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Miles Sanders, another huge game. Le'Veon Bell, 12 carries, 100 yards. Cool. So the Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champions. All right, so we're going to end the season. I don't have any idea what's going to happen. We're just going to sort of see how it goes, and we'll see how the offseason goes. Yes. All right, so I don't think that's a good score. All right, so retain staff. With 1 year remaining, his strength training is bad. Oh, right, they have a draft where they, you can poach players from other teams. That's right, I forgot about that. All right, so our strength coach is good at conditioning, not good at strength training. So I think we're just going to let him go. So I don't need to renegotiate with any of these guys because none of them have a year left on their contract. So we'll just finish. Let's go to the staff draft. We'll begin the draft. Let's go fast. All right, so this is for head coach, right? Yeah. So we are going to skip the pick here. This is now for offensive coordinators. Yeah. Who's our... Yeah, so we're going to skip. We're going to skip that. Oh, did somebody poach my offensive coordinator? Yeah, someone took my offensive coordinator. Greg Olsen, yeah. The Bears made Greg Olsen their head coach. All right, so what type of... They both go with the Air Coryell, but I don't like that. I think I want to go to a West... Do I want to go to a spread? He's good at player... I want someone who's good at player development and good with young talent. That's ultimately what it is I'm looking for. So let's go here. That's just amenable. That's whether or not they are amenable to us, I guess. Tracy Smith. Eric Coryell. Again, I'm not crazy about that style of offense. I'd rather go with either a spread or a West Coast. Excuse me. Let's look at this. Eddie Bell, Lamar Erickson. I think, you know what? We're going to go with an offensive lineman style because we need someone to improve our offensive line. He's good, pretty good at player development. He's good with young talent, good at play calling. So can we select Lamar Erickson to be our offensive coordinator? That works. I don't think we need to make a... Yep, we can skip this pick. And now we are going to go to the... We want to go to trainers. Or not trainers, but... That's round 4. Okay, so we can skip that pick. There we go. This is what we wanted. Okay. So let's find a... Okay, so he's pretty good at strength training, pretty good at conditioning. Same there. Looks like they're all about the same. Looks like they're all about the same. Looks like they're getting worse as we go down the list here. What happens if we go all the way to the bottom? Oh, Matt White's not bad. Oh, he's already with somebody though. Okay, he's terrible. Okay, so suitable must be ultimately their ratings. Yeah, because I can't select any of these coaches. All right. So I guess we go Marcus Eastman. All right. Resume draft. All right, so we finished that part. All right, set our ticket prices. Fan loyalty is fine. We don't have any support for a new stadium. I didn't suspect that was going to be the case. Let's recommend prices because I don't know what's accurate right now, so we'll just go with what it recommends and see if that helps. So, all right, so we are going to begin free agency, I guess. Once free agency, franchise player designations. All right, so is there anybody that we want to franchise? Contract views. His contract ends. So all of these guys are UFAs. How do I go about doing that, though? I bet I have to do it from... Yeah, okay. I can franchise Raekwon McMillan. It would be an $11 million cap hit if we did. Where is... Okay, so we have $71 million under the cap right now. Carrier, no. Hankins, Dayton Jones, no. Devontae Booker, no. Eric Harris, no. It's really, McMillan is the only one I'm really concerned about bringing back. He looks to be pretty good, but I can't. Yeah, I don't think he's been around long enough. So do I want to franchise Raekwon McMillan? 1 year salary equivalent to the average of the top 5 players at his position, or 120% of his last franchise year. This player will receive $11.1 million. So, no, I don't want to franchise him. I would rather just sign him long term and see if we can make that work. So, yes, we are going to begin free agency. All right. So I guess now we go here and we go to free agents. Is that how we do this? Yep. All right. So scout overview. So we need to find... All I want to do is look at quarterbacks for right now. That's all I want to do. Is there some way I can do that, or do I have to... Quarterbacks and offensive line. That's all I'm interested in right now. Dan Feeney looks to be a pretty good... I guess let's just do it like this. There's not a lot from a quarterback perspective on the free agent market. I mean, Wentz had a really good season. I guess I can do it this way. Okay. So it looks like it's highlighting the players it would recommend. But how do I sign them? How do I sign? Can I even sign them yet? All right, let's view the draft preview. Let's just look and see what we got here. All right. So we need, let's look at quarterbacks. All right. So what happens if I click on them? Double click, right click to mark a player for future reference. Okay. Blue is a great combine score. Red is superior. Green is poor. Okay. View draft order. Where do we pick? We're picking 4th. And then we pick 3rd in the 2nd round. We pick 2nd in the 3rd round. We also have 2 4ths, 2 5ths. Okay. Okay. Derek Duffy. He looks to be a pretty good quarterback. Short style passes, which means maybe the West Coast style offense would be good for him. We'll interview him. Basically everything in green, or everything in red and blue, is good. He looks pretty good. So we'll interview a couple of quarterbacks here. 6'2", 224, Howard Castany. Can't throw the deep ball. Or the Raiders. You got to be able to throw the deep ball with the Raiders. Maxwell Maloney. Bad on 3rd down passing. All this stuff is bad, but that's to be expected because he's a rookie. Why are these in red and these are in yellow and they were in a different color on some of these other guys? Was it the amount of scouting we've done? Or is it the blue means that it could fall anywhere in this realm, which means he's not scouted as accurately? Like, I assume that's what it means. So here I have a pretty good idea of where Derek Duffy is. I think that's what that means. I'm going to assume. If you guys want to correct me, that would be great, but that's what I assume. All right, let's go to tackles. So red was good, right? Yeah. So Bo West looks to be an elite tackle. We'll interview him. Carroll, no. Mariello, we will interview him. Oh, once you interview him, you get a better idea. Got it. Okay. All right. I'm with it now. All right. I am with it now. All right. Now let's go to guards. Yeah, Dre Compton's really freaking good. Do I take a guard at 5? I mean, really? None of the centers are really worth. Let's go back to quarterbacks. Who's the fastest quarterback? Aaron Ashman, but he's not any good. Elliott Marshall, no. Jimmy Strait, no. Maxwell Maloney, we'll interview him. Efrain Perrucker. Okay. What else do we want to look at? I think we should just spend the rest of our interviews on offensive linemen, because I'm going to go heavy offensive linemen in this draft, I think. Grade. Let's interview a couple players down the list. Good run blocker, great pass blocker. That might be somebody we take a look at in a further round. Guard. A lot of blue here. Let's interview him. Bart Evans. No. I want people who are good pass blockers. If you can't pass block, I'm not interested right now. Parker Barlow. No. No. Let's get a center. I don't think we've looked at a center yet. Clay Whitaker. Sure. All right, so we've interviewed everybody. Continue free agency? Okay. All right. So, is this where we make our offers? Who do we... So first things first, we got to go here, and we have to go to our roster, and we need to just release. His contract will count 2.5 against the cap. Yes, I wish to release him. And we will go to Marcus Mariota, and we will release him. Counts nothing against the cap. So we've cut both of our quarterbacks. So it's all or nothing at this point. We no longer have a quarterback to spend our to start games for us. So I think we bring in a veteran. I think that goes without saying. So let's find a veteran that, maybe has some growth potential. I mean, I guess that would defeat the purpose of a veteran, right? But like Matt Barkley, for example, I mean, he still has some room for growth, and frankly, his ratings are better than what we had out of Derek Carr. What does he want? How do we do it? We got to do it from here, I guess. Yeah, we got to do it from here. Okay. All right. So let's just go. Oh, this is just the top 100, right? Yeah, that doesn't. Okay. All right. I think I do it from here, from view contract. Is that how it gets done? Oops. How do I offer him a contract? How do I offer contracts? This is just the top 88 free agents. That doesn't help me. So we have $101 million under cap. It says our second need is a starting inside linebacker. I tend to disagree. But how do I... Change number, change name. Why can't I... offer any of these guys a contract? All right, guys, hang on a second. I'm going to figure out how to offer the contracts, and then we're going to start digging into free agency. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think you can only offer. Yeah, this is. I just didn't read. Only renegotiations can take place in stage one. So let's end the stage. I didn't want to end the stage because I wanted to talk to Raekwon McMillan. Anyway, now I should be able to offer contracts to everybody. Yes, I can. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to bring back Raekwon McMillan. So is he on here somewhere? He's not even listed as one of the top 88. Okay. So let's just find him. He's an inside linebacker. Raekwon McMillan, offer him a contract. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't franchise him. He wants 1.4, 1.92. I am completely okay with this. We will submit that offer, and we will bring Raekwon McMillan back for 3 years. I think that's a great deal for someone who had 114 tackles for us last year. Let's take a look at quarterbacks. I do want to bring in a veteran-style quarterback, somebody who can back up what we had. Carson Wentz, Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston. What does Winston want for a contract? I wouldn't mind bringing in Jameis Winston 2 years at $2.3 million. That seems like a pretty good deal for a first-round pick. So, but I think we might have to bump this up a little bit just because I'm assuming he'll get other offers. So let's offer him 2. And let's give him $100,000. Yeah, see, his offer will be considered. So we'll offer him that and see what sort of deal we get. I wouldn't mind bringing in Jameis Winston as a 1-year stopgap for us. Let's pull up our... Let's see, can we move everything around and look at everything at once here? Let's look at our team. Las Vegas. All right. So we could use another running back. It would be a third-string running back behind Jacobs. We obviously need a quarterback. So let's just go position by position. So we have the offer to Winston. Let's take a look at free agent running backs. I wouldn't mind having a 1-2 punch of Jacobs and. So, maybe we look for a, somebody who might be... a solid number 2. But I only want free agents. So let's look at the gray sheet. So we got Leonard Fournette, Todd Gurley, Aaron Jones. What does Aaron Jones want? Yeah, I don't want to pay Aaron Jones that much, although he's really good. Jamal Williams, Le'Veon Bell, Jordan Howard. Drake? Wants a lot too. I don't want to pay any of these guys $8 or $9 million. So those are the gray sheet players, so we aren't going to look at them. But some of these other guys, yeah, like Mike Davis. Looks to be a pretty good pass catching back. He only ran for 635 yards. He might not be a bad option. I like Chris Carson, but he's not very good. Yeah, let's look at Mike Davis. Let's offer him a contract. So he wants 1.8 and 2.5. So let's offer him 2 and 2.5. And I don't have any, and we'll offer him a $1.5 million signing bonus. I don't know if that's going to actually, let's bump this up to 2.250 and then 2.750. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Like, I don't know if this player would be a leader on our team. Ingold expressed excitement. Do I wish to continue with this offer? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if these offers are going to get blown out of the water, so we'll just sort of see how it goes. Do we need a fullback? I mean, we don't really play with a fullback, and Ingold is pretty good, so I'm content there. Tight ends, we're okay with Waller and Moreau and Carey. We might want to look at bringing in another, like a third string tight end. But that's not anything I'm going to worry about. So I want to take a look at, we're okay at wide receiver, I think, with Renfro and Ruggs and Zay Jones. Although, let's see what's available at wide receiver. Demarcus Robinson, Chris Godwin, Marvin Jones, Corey Davis, Randall Cobb, Aguilar. We could bring him back. Julio Jones. What kind of contract would Julio want? 3 years, $14.5 million. That seems like a pretty good deal. Kenny Golladay. What kind of contract does he want? He doesn't want a huge deal either. Cooper Kupp. He wants a short-term deal. I feel like I need... Renfro feels like... Yeah, I mean, he's my best receiver. It might not be a bad idea to have someone like Kupp as my third down wide receiver, though. So he wants 2 years, 8.5. So let's give him 2,250 as a signing bonus. He wants 2.8, so 3,2500. And then nope, not 32 million. 3.5, and then here we'll go 3.9. All right, so let's submit that offer. All right, submit offer. Yes. Why is he not showing up there? All right. Okay, there he is. So we've got Jameis Winston, Mike Davis, Cooper Kupp, and now the big thing we got to start looking at, and this is if we're going to spend money, this is where we're going to do it. So tackles. And so we have Chaz Green. He looks to be pretty good. Elijah Wilkinson is not as good. I mean, do we just go after the top tackle on the market here, Chaz Green? What does he want? Let's do it like this. Let's look at the gray sheet. It's Trent Williams. He's 32. Do we go after Feeney and... Oh, these guys were franchised, so I'm going to have to give them a ton of money. So Chaz Green would be the best that isn't franchised, so I'm okay with that. He doesn't want, like, anything. Desire to sign in stage 6. He wants 4 years, $12 million. So let's offer him some money and see if we can get him to commit to us. 2.5, we'll give him 3 here. Give him, 3.25. And then here we'll give him 3.6. So I'll make that offer. 4 years, $15.35 million. And then I also wanted to look at Dan Feeney. Wisniewski's up there in age. Feeney's still young, right? Yeah, he's only 26. He wants a lot of money, but we've got plenty of money to spend. So let's give him 8. And here we'll go 6. Here we'll go 8. Here we'll go 9. Here we'll go 10. All right. So, we're spending a lot of money, but I think if we can improve the offensive line, picking up Green and Feeney. What about guards? Brandon Sherf is 29. He's really good. Matt Filer is 28. What does he want? Oh, wow. Okay. Sherf, what did he want? Yeah, that's getting a little out of control. I mean, it's not as if they're bad numbers, but it's a lot. I could go after someone like John Miller as a guard. He looks to be pretty good, so we'll offer him 4. And then 4, 5. And 6. And then 6, 5. All right. So, all right. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, 3 linemen. Do we want to make a move anywhere else? Let's look defensively. Where do we need help defensively? We've got Arden Key on one end, Clellan Ferrell on the other, so I'm pretty content there. Defensive tackle, maybe? Yeah, our tackle situation could use an upgrade. We're not really all that good there. We're going to make Duggar a strong safety. No, we're going to make him a free safety. Kyle Duggar changes position to free safety. I really don't want Duggar to be a linebacker. I want to start McMillan, Duggar. What if I make Uche strong side? All right, and then we will have to make sure we do some weight training with Uche. Okay. So defensive tackle or nose tackle. We could use a cornerback. Okay. Defensive tackle, cornerback. Defensive tackle, cornerback. All right, let's go to defensive tackle. Davlin Tomlinson. He wants a lot of money, but he's really good. What about 3-tech? 3-technique. I guess it doesn't really matter. Looks like they're all about the same. Sheldon Rankings is 26. Defensive tackle. I really want to make Duggar a safety, and I know I keep saying that, but I guess if we do McMillan, Uche, and Duggar as our linebackers, let's look at cornerbacks. What do we got for cornerbacks on the market? Anybody who's not old? Yeah, because I don't want to be signing, someone who's in their 11th season. We're planning for the future here. Man-to-man defense. He's at 100. He doesn't want a lot of money, so I wouldn't mind a Kevin King. And I have no idea, guys, if I'm doing this right or if I should be waiting, waiting to see what other people are offering. In fact, I think I might end it here, or not end it here, but not make any more offers this week and see what we get. All right, so Chaz Green signed with us. So we picked up our starting left tackle. And it looks like that's it. Everybody else is still pending. So that's good. We pick up a left tackle. I mean, that's good. Let's keep going. Let's end another stage. Whoa, okay. So we signed Jameis Winston. Good. So we have a starting quarterback if we aren't able to sign one, or we aren't able to draft one. Let's see. Who did we get? We got Jameis Winston. Davis is still pending. Kupp is still pending. Miller is still pending. We didn't get Feeney. He re-signed with... Okay, so Feeney re-signed with the Chargers. King re-signed with Green Bay. And it looks like that's it. So we still need... let's go back to... Oh, we need a... We still need a cornerback. Mike Hilton. Meh. William Jackson. He's a good man-to-man guy. Let's go back to... Let's look at the gray sheet. So is this what's left? Or is this everybody? Yeah, these are people that already signed, it looks like, too. Lindsley? How old is he? He's 29. He wants a lot of money, but, I mean, it's not unreasonable, I guess. So we signed one tackle. We still need a guard. Right? Oh, we got a contract offer out to John Miller. Right. Okay. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So let's end this stage. So none of the players have signed yet. So we're still waiting on... Aaron Jones signed with Atlanta. We're still waiting on Davis. We're still waiting on Miller. We're still waiting on Cup. All right, so let's go back to... Do we have any good cornerbacks? I think they're all older, right? If we go back to cornerbacks, what's left? Bashad Breeland. We still... I mean, he's not bad. Personality is very weak. Ronald Darby is only 27. He looks like he could be pretty good, as evidenced by that huge contract. I don't want to pay that much. What about Richard Sherman? Do we go for him? He wants a lot of money too. I feel like Breeland's not nearly as good though. Not nearly as good. And everybody looks like they're fully developed, so there are no prospects out there. I mean, do we make a run at Ronald Darby and try to lock down the right cornerback position? And he wants 4 years, $68 million with a $16 million signing bonus. That is a ton of money. So we've signed a tackle. We have a guard that we're talking to. Let's go back and look at nose tackle. I feel like we need to make some sort of improvement there. We could bring back Malik Collins. Corey Peters. Or not nose tackle, defensive tackle. Right. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here and recommend. This is what I wanted to do. One technique. He looks okay. Decent run defense. Decent pass rush technique. He doesn't want a lot of money. Sure. 1,750. And we'll offer him 2. And then 2.5. And then not 25. And then 2.75. Okay, so Larry Ogunjobi. What else do we want to look at? Las Vegas. We have so much money. I don't want to sit here and just say, let's spend it all. But I feel like we should be spending some of it. We need to do something about our center play. We picked up a left guard. We have a left tackle that we signed in Chaz Green. So he's now our best left. He's our best lineman. What do we have for centers? Is there any good left? Could bring in a Maurice Pouncey. No, I'm good. Austin Blythe. He's not very strong, but good blocker. He wants a long-term deal. How old is he? He's 28. So that would take him till he's 33. Corey Linsley. He wants a shorter-term contract. 67. Yeah, I think I want to. Let's go after Corey Linsley. So let's give him a big old $10 million signing bonus. And then we'll give him 6.5. And then we'll give him 8. And we'll give him 9. And then we'll give him 9.5. Okay. So let's see if that works. Let's close all the windows. Let's end the stage. So nobody has signed with us yet. We still have our 5 pending players. So let's continue to end stage until some of these players sign. Ogunjobi signed back with Cleveland. That sucks. Nobody has signed with us yet. They're all still pending. So Jonathan Hankins signs with Baltimore. We got to bring in a defensive tackle here. Fletcher Cox, veteran. Vernon Butler. Ndamukong Suh, no. Sure, let's bring back Malik Collins. Let's see if he wants to come back. All right, let's end the stage. So we signed Corey Linsley, we signed John Miller, we signed Malik Collins, Cooper Kupp is still pending, Mike Davis is still pending. So that's good. That our offensive line looks a lot better. We got Corey Linsley and John Miller in there now. We still need and Chaz Green. So we've got a good the left side of our offensive line looks pretty sharp now with Linsley, Miller, and Chaz Green. Kendrick Bloomer at right tackle, something we're going to need to upgrade. If we can get Kupp and Mike Davis, that shores up our wide receivers and our running back situation. We got Jameis Winston as our starting quarterback potentially, or backup depending on what happens in the draft. Let's go back to the gray sheet. Is there anybody here that we want to sign? I mean, anybody that we really want to just take a run at? I'd rather do it with someone who's not expensive. Or not expensive, but not old. Melvin Ingram? He's 31 already. Wow, okay. T.Y. Hilton, Chris Conley, Xavier Rhodes, Todd Gurley, Sheldon Rankins. He's 27. What does he want? Oh, he already signed. He didn't sign for much. Wow. Yeah, these guys all signed. Okay. Brent Urban. They've all almost signed. Okay. We need a defensive tackle. And do we go after someone like Tyson Alualu? Or Dion Jordan? No. He's 33. Good run defense. That's a 1-year contract. He had 3.5 sacks. Sure. Let's offer him a $3 million signing bonus and $5 million. All right, so let's end the stage. Alualu signed with us. Mike Davis signed with us. We're still waiting on Cooper Kupp. But we have made some strides this year, I believe. If we look at our team now, we've got Mike Davis and Josh Jacobs as our 1-2 punch in the backfield. Winston is our starting quarterback. We still have Renfro and Ruggs as our 1-2 with Waller as our lead tight end. Our offensive line looks a whole lot better. We haven't done much to focus on the defense, though. So let's see what's left at cornerback and say I didn't want to close that. Let's see what's left at cornerback and so Breland, Jalen Watkins, Darius Slay. What about safety? We haven't looked at safety yet. Terrell Edmonds. He looks to be pretty good. Good zone defense. Decent. Yeah, because that's actually something that we need, right? Is a strong safety. Yeah, all we have is Jeff Heath. So Terrell Edmonds. Jaheel Adai. He's 31. Doesn't want a huge contract. Anthony Harris. Wants a small contract. Actually, I like Anthony Harris. What if we made him... If we made Anthony Harris a strong safety? DeMonte Kazee. I like him. He's not a punishing hitter, but looks like he's got pretty good hands, pretty good defender. So yeah, let's offer him 125 and 2. And 2250. This player would be a leader on your team. Mullen and Arnett express disappointment. Why? Okay, doesn't make any sense. Strong person. I don't care. He's got very high leadership, high intelligence, strong personality. We're going to offer him that contract. And if those guys don't like it, they can kick rocks. And then cornerback. Was there anything I wanted to do there? Because right now our top cornerback, we've got Trayvon Mullen, who's pretty good. Arnett is a rookie, or was a rookie. Amik Robertson. I mean, we've got 3 cornerbacks who are rated potentially 50 or higher. I don't know that I want to spend a lot of money on the cornerback position. All right, let's continue. Did we sign anybody else? We signed Kazee and we signed Cup. All right, so I think that's it, and we'll see what happens in late free agency, but I think we did pretty well there. Let's just go back to the gray sheet and see if there's anything else we want to do because of how much money we have. It looks like pretty much everybody has signed. Looks like everybody from the top. He's only 25. Everybody from the top 88 is signed. We've got Justin Ellis and Romeo Akwara. Do we bring in Akwara? He had 12 sacks a year ago. Sure. 1-9. Let's offer him a $2 million signing bonus. And we'll offer him $2,250 here. We'll offer him $2,750 here. And we'll offer him $3,250 here. All right, let's go ahead again. We signed Akwara, 3 years, $10.23 million. And I think that's good. I think we made some real significant free agent improvements to our club. We will skip the remaining stages. And we will prepare the amateur draft. All right. So, I guess this is it. I guess we just go here, right? So the highest graded player is Pat Vance. We got Bo West on there, who was one of the players we were looking at. He's a left tackle. We could probably make him a right tackle pretty easy. Let's begin the draft. So the Jets take Lorenzo Turner out of Virginia. Let's just go fast. The Bears take Bo Sutter out of Duke. The number 3 pick goes to the Washington football team. They take Derek Duffy, the quarterback out of Baylor. This is not a very good quarterback draft, it appears. So we might be looking at a quarterback in the second, although he's... I feel like tackle is the way to go. I feel like taking someone like Bo West and really improving that offense. It's not sexy by any means. Taking a tackle with the number 4 pick is not sexy, but I feel like it makes the most sense. His right tackle, he's just as good over there as he is at left tackle. Played at Georgia. Impression is hard to read. I mean, this is really coming down to, do we have any guards that are up there? No. I really hope that Castani falls to us in the second round. I would be happy taking him there. I mean, he's got some good passer ratings. You know what? I feel like you take the quarterback. He's got some good personality ratings. He's cheerful. He's good at the short routes. He's got to work on his long passes. Deep passes look good. This seems to fit a West Coast style offense, or an offense with the type of talent that we have. Over the top to Ruggs, short, medium, and screen passes to Waller, Renfro, and Kupp. I'm just afraid he won't be there. And Bo West is so much better than every tackle. Impression was hard to read, though. We're going to take the quarterback. We're going to take Howard Castani out of Alabama. And we will speed up the draft, and let's get to our next pick. Let's go up to fastest. All right, so it's our pick again. And let's look at tackles. And yeah, so where did our guy go? Bo West went 12th to Tennessee. Okay. All right, so now comes the nitty-gritty. Now we need to figure out what's best. So we interviewed this guy, and he looks to be pretty good. I don't know that he's second round good. Grayson Matthews is rated higher. Had a higher 5-yard dash, or a 40-yard dash. Or no, he wasn't as good with the 40-yard. Tackles. Let's go back to the tackles. Talked to Spears, he looks okay. We talked to Page, great pass blocking. Langdon McKenzie is elite at everything other than pass blocking, and his pass blocking is terrible. That would be an interesting pick. Centers? Talk to Clay Whitaker. No, I think we're going to go either guard or tackle. And I like Spears. Or not Spears. Page. Actually, no, it was this guy. Because all of this was really good. His pass blocking is not good, but he would be a right tackle, not a left. Pass blocking worries me. Do we go after? I think we go after someone like Nolan Farrell. We didn't interview him. His run blocking looks to be middle of the road, but pass blocking, strength, and endurance all look to be pretty good. So we're going to take Nolan Farrell out of Southern University. And let's resume the draft and get to our next pick. All right. So now let's look at guards. Fernando Arnold is still there. I think we go right after Arnold. Out of Southern Cal, he's a right guard. Good pass blocker, good run blocker. Needs to work on his strength. But I think we're going to go after Fernando Arnold. Go to the next pick. So quarterback and 2 alignmen. So we're sticking with the strategy here. Let's just look at who the highest rated is. The highest rated is Vinny Nicholas, a defensive end in a 3-4. But we play a 4-3. Pass rush strength, Casey Gonzalez. Maxwell Maloney's still up here, huh? Okay. Byron Sweeney, run defense. I think Vinny Nicholas looked really good. His strength, he needs to work on his strength. But he could almost drop back into, I mean, look at that. He's got, I mean, he's elite as a run defender. He's got great pass rush technique. He just needs to work on his strength, which I can work on in preseason. So we're going to go off the board here a little bit and take Vinny Nicholas with our 4th pick. All right, so we got another pick here. And cornerbacks we could use. Man-to-man, he's really good. Run defense, he's pretty good. Bump and run, he's pretty good. Good intercepting. Play diagnosis, he's not a punishing hitter, but he's a cornerback, so that's not to be expected. 5'11", 189. I don't like the 5'6" cornerback, although he is a better defense. He's a better cover man. He's not going to pick the ball off, but he's a better cover man. So do I go with the guy who is... I think I'm going to go with the better cover man. Like, I mean, interceptions are nice, but, I mean, I don't know, he's 5'6", though. No, I like Tyrus Longoria. No, I don't. Potentially great at man-to-man. Potentially terrible at zone defense. Middle of the road, bump and run. Bad play diagnosis. He's not a punishing hitter. Middle of the road, interception-wise. Or we go Jamie Cook, who is above average at everything except for interceptions. I think we're going to go Jamie Cook. So Vinny Nicholas and Jamie Cooks, we try to improve the defense here in the 4th round a bit. So now we're in the 5th round. Outside linebacker, Anthony Mills. Strong side linebacker, so he'd be competing with Uche, but very good. He looks like a pass rushing linebacker rather than a coverage linebacker, which is fine. That's fine. Corey Rose looks to be pretty good. He's kind of a drop back style, but you just can't pass rush. He looks pretty solid. He's not a very big hitter. Jackson Nussbaum. No, I don't like him. And Luis Perkins. No, so it's going to come down, I think, for this pick to Rose versus Mills. So Mills is 6'5", 261. Runs a 4.6. I think we're going to take Mills. Pass rushing style. We really lacked on pass rush last year, so we're going to take Anthony Mills and try to get a pass rushing linebacker. So let's resume the draft. So we have another pick here in the 5th. We got a running back. 3rd down running, elusiveness, blitz pickups. Yeah, Edwin Harding, man. He is a solid kind kind of scat back. You know, he's got some good power, good hole recognition. He just doesn't have a ton of speed, and he's not very elusive. But yeah, I like Edwin Harding. Let's resume the draft. All right, so we need everything. So Longoria's still there. He's not very good. Austin Flynn. Wow, he looks to be pretty solid across the board. Yeah, we're going to take ourselves an Austin Flynn. Next pick. We are in, what, the 7th here. Let's look at... We got any decent... Let's just look at any. We're in the 7th round here, so this is just best available at this point. Best available at a position... I say position of need, but every position is a position of need. Gilbert McCarthy. Sure, he's a good run blocker, and we need a backup center, I think. All right, so is it our pick again? Yeah, it is. Okay. We go after another linebacker. He's no good. Dean Boyer, he's no good. Any of these cornerbacks halfway decent? Man-to-man, bump and run. He's got good hands. Sure, Mercury Heath, just because I like the name. All right, so the draft is done. All right, so now we begin late free agency. I don't know what any of this means, but we're going to begin late free agency. And then we'll probably end it because I've been going for a while now. I'm not sure how long I've been recording for, but it's been a long time. So let's begin late free agency. All right, so free agents. What do we have for free agents? These are all the unsigned. Oh, wow. Okay. There's some good players on here. Isaac Givens. Yeah, let's sign him. Does he only want a 1-year contract, or can we give him multiple years? Can we give him $1 million for the 2nd year? Give him like $100,000? Oops. Let's see. Will he take this? Kazi says his player should fit well if he gains starting experience. Do I wish to continue with the offer? I do. All right, so Isaac Givens. Michael Burton. We don't need a fullback. Ooh. Darian Daniels. I like that. Yes, sir. Darian Daniels, come on down. We're going to give you some cash here, guy. 1750000. We're going to give him 2 in the 2nd year. We'll give him 225. Then we'll give him 25 here. All right. Anybody? And really, I'm looking at young players. I'm just looking at young players that might be a good fit. Nolan Flashin? No. A lot of players in their 2nd year who looked like they were cut as at the end of their rookie campaigns. Flowers, no. Jackie Durham, no. Vincent Dowell. Sure, we can sign Vincent Dowell. Let's give him $750. Let's give him like a $25,000 signing bonus. All right, let's... How does this work? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so let's end stage 1. So Givens signed with us. Dowell and Daniels both signed with us. Cool, so we pick up a couple of young players. Who's left out here? What does our kicker look like? Who's our... I mean, I know he had a good year, but is he any good? It's a 54. Our punter's a 53. Elliott Fry. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to have someone like Elliott Fry come in. Brad Boyer. Cody Parkey, Will Lutz. Yeah, I mean, we don't need... None of those quarterbacks are any good. The old guys are still old. Let's go down and let's just look here. So, I mean, Drake Foreman could potentially be good, but he's only at 27 right now. Same thing with the kickers. Where are the kickers? Same thing with the kickers. All right, let's just do it this way. Let's just go here. Yeah, Fry, I mean, potentially could be good, but, I mean, he's not that far enough along yet. All right, so I think we're good. I think we're good with what we did. So we still have $36 million under of cap space to spend. Let's just look at our roster real quick and see what we see, and then we'll call it an episode. And then next episode will be training camp, and we'll get the regular season started. So Jameis Winston will be our starting quarterback this year. He's a 44 right now. Not great, but Howard Castany looks to be pretty good. He's a 55 overall potential, so that's good. Nathan Peterman will be our third. Josh Jacobs, Mike Davis are our 1-2 punch. Edward Harding will be our third running back. He wasn't very good, 29 overall. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's look at our rookies. So Castany's a 55. Harding's a 29. Nice job with our offensive line draft. It looks like there's still a bit away. There's still a bit of ways, but Fernando Arnold is a potential 70. Nolan Farrell's a potential 68. Very good pick here with Vinny Nicholas in the 4th round, potential 68. Isaac Givens we picked up in the late free agency period. So yeah, we did a good job with our draft. We only had one draftee who was rated less than a 35, and that was Edward Harding. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with our draft. Overall, we have improved our offensive line, bringing in John Miller and Corey Lindsley. We also brought in Chaz Green, so the entire left side of our offensive line looks to be pretty sharp. We brought in Alu for 1 year, brought in Romeo Akwara. We brought Malik Collins back after trading him last season. We brought in Cooper Kupp to be our number 3 wide receiver. So yeah, I think we are in decent shape this year. I think we did a pretty good job in free agency. We had a ton of money to spend. Moving on from Derek Carr, I think was the right decision. Our offensive line looks better. So next episode, we will work on setting up our offense and our defense. We'll get through training camp, we'll get through the preseason, and we'll play regular season game number 1. So guys, I appreciate you watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're enjoying this series. I really had a good time doing that offseason. That was a lot of fun. That's really in depth. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.